Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more King of Fighters 14. This one's gonna be, I wouldn't say a tech video, but some stuff like, I've been playing this game a while and I've never really understood something like this, so it's good to know. So I've been picking Xanadu back up lately, so I just wanted to make this video for anybody that happens to get like the Ultimate Edition of this game, you know, like they haven't played it yet. So for those who want to know more about the guard cancel system, so I've been messing around, and a lot of times when I'm playing online, if you've seen a lot of videos, I'll do like jumping attacks and I'll get hit. So you have an option, right, where you can set it to, they can guard forward and do the emergency evasion forward, back, or guard cancel blowback. So this will give you options to see where your characters can get away with pressure-wise and frame trap setup-wise. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. So I think this is smart for anybody messing around with their characters to see what else they can do. I'm gonna do this with other characters, but not all in the same video. But this is something cool. So, okay, so with Xanadu, I was noticing that, okay, so I got him on guard cancel blowback, right? So any jumping attack is gonna get, like, I think you get hit, right? So like if you do it high in the air, you'll get hit. So, and let me set the button, sorry about that. He did it right. So you'll see I'm holding down back. See, and I'm like not getting hit, but if I do it really high in the air, I'll get hit. So let's see what happens if he's crouching. Can it be the same? Even though I think jump Ds are overhead, right? Okay, yeah, he's stand blocking. Okay, so let's see if we do it. Let's see if we do it this way, right? Yeah, so much harder for them. Much harder for them if they're crouching. Okay, and you obviously don't want to use jump air, like jump A's and stuff, because those are not as good. Okay, so one thing I was noticing though is what Xanadu can do is, okay, so I'm gonna do wind punch. Sorry about that, STP, sorry. And see, you notice you'll get hit out of it, right? Now, this is where things get interesting. If I do scream, it lasts. He's gotta take the whole chip before I can block. So more or less what I can do as well is I can roll in and get my pressure started in case they do something else. This is an option. So basically, you know, a lot of times if you're playing someone, let me see if I can do the corner. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's say, because the majority of the time people are jumping, you're dealing with pressure. You know, most times they're gonna just try to blow you back. So, and you have no option. You cannot counter. You can only block that. You can do something like this. I'm trying to go for a throw there, but you can do something like that if they're like reacting slow, like that. So these are options you can do. Because most time you have someone that's in the corner, they're gonna do that, or they're gonna roll escape. Now, I think the better option to me is if you CD and push them back. Let's see how far you really get pushed, right? Now I'm over here, but I could roll forward correctly. No, okay, you can only roll backwards. But that gives K-Dash a chance to get out of the corner. However, that also puts it back to where I can just be over here, he can be over there, and we're both playing the neutral jumping game again. So let's put him in a situation, right, where it makes it more difficult for me to decide. So let's say he wants to back roll, right? Right there? That's like... And you're probably wondering why I do that. Sometimes it depends on the situation. Like, let's say you're fighting Hein, right? If Hein does the chops move, if you roll forward, you're gonna be a little too far. If you roll backwards, you'll roll into the rest of his chops, and you can punish him for it. I practiced this before. If anything, I'll throw that on this video so you guys can see. But because you'll find a lot of Hein players that will just abuse chop half screen, which is what is it, 236 A or B? Sorry, A or C. And of course the EX version. The EX version is the hardest one though, because it's so fast. But they only ever do it if they're in max mode through pressure, or if they're just gonna randomize it just to, you know, not let the meter get wasted. Okay, so here's the other option that I found that's pretty cool with Xanadu. Like I said, this is not like new tech. This is just something I've discovered when I was playing around with them, because I've never really looked into these options. So anybody that's new, you could learn these. Okay, so let's say I do wind punch, right? Okay, see now if he rolls backwards, he can punish the rest of what I'm gonna do right there. See, if he rolls out, he's too far. See, he can't do nothing now. If he rolls backwards, he can do his invincible DP to stuff me. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of hell to show that as an option, but yeah, see right there, he gets right out there. and he can block because this move is actually safe. So Xanadu is gonna get killed for doing that. But let's say, let's see, do I have a cancel back? So let's say we put him on that. Let's try that. Okay, it's kind of hard to like get him to do. Try to get him to do that. Yeah, see? He DPs me out of that because I cannot hit him. So it's better for K-Dash to roll backwards than forward. See, it's going to depend on the situation. So basically what I'm saying is if you find those pesky situations against characters, take them to the lab and see what you can do on block. Because a lot of times in neutral, you're just playing the short hop, the crouch poke, who's going to cover the air situation first, right? So let's try that again. So basically what you want to do is when you start to move, you want to time the reversal that you can press. Okay, so once he rolls, then you time the counter. Right there? He did it, and I can't block that, as you can see down back. Can't block that. So that basically means while he's doing that, I don't think K-Dash can get like a 2B. Let me try it. So let me see. Yeah, see? And now K-Dash can get a full combo. So that shows the risk reward between rolling forward and rolling backwards. Which is why a lot of times, it's like I said, it's always best to test those options. A lot of times you'll be in the corner, okay, let me roll out. That's good if you want to get away from pressure, but what if you want to counter your opponent, right? If you want to counter their momentum. See, blowbacks are always good, but more or less they're better for people jumping around. For when people are pressuring you, they're not always the best option because then now you have to get back in again. Let's say you're playing Daimon, right? And you're fighting a king player, and you CD her off of you. Now you got to get back in. So what option would be better, block or roll? Against king per se, I wouldn't know, but I could say that her spin kick, Daimon would probably have a better chance of finding an option to roll that. Because most kings will wait at the optimal range to blowback, to win kicks. Alright, so last thing I want to show with Xanadu before I show some other examples is this here. Okay, so when he does wind punch, they can roll, right? And see, mid-screen, you want to roll forward. See, rolling backwards does nothing for him. So if he goes forward, he's kind of in the same direction, but he can kind of chase me down a little bit. Otherwise, forward, he can't really jump in because I'm still doing my move. So let's say I do my heavy version, right? Sorry about that. Right there. See, he's got all that time to do like his full screen like super move to hit me. If he rolls the opposite direction, he's got to block me, or he's got to counter me. See, and I'm still coming in. So he's gonna have to. He should be able to DP there, though, I believe. So. Oh, sorry about that. 1, 2. Okay, so yeah, we gotta wait for a K-Dash to roll out. And see, it's always best to test the situation. So in those situations, you want to roll backwards or forward, depends on the character you are. Okay, like some characters don't have really good DP options, like let's say like Sylvie. Hers is too short, so I'm gonna get caught by Xanadu doing that. All right, and the last option I wanted to show with Xanadu, unless I find more stuff, is his scream. You have to wait till the entirety of my scream is over for you can even move. So what that basically means is no matter where you roll, you gotta take all that chip and I'm free to chase you. Sorry. Which is really a sick option for Xanadu. I'm trying to hold it forward before, but I guess because of my, yeah, see? So he's gotta take all the chip and then I can option, and then he's gonna get killed by that, so. Yeah. So Xanadu's a character that can do that. Even with CD, it works that way. So it's like, sorry about that. See? And now he's right there. So if they roll forward, I can get a frame trap. So watch this. If he's not prepared for that, he's gonna eat that throw. If I do the longer scream, I can do the same thing. See, because Scream has that option, whereas the wind punch moves he can get out of easily. If I do up wind punch, yeah, he's gonna roll and kill me for that. But Scream, he has to literally take the option, which is interesting. So alright, so that's what Xanadu can do. So I'm gonna cut the video here and make another example. So I'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to sample 2. So what we're doing is, if you watched the last video, I was pretty much showing the options of when you set your opponent to guard, cancel, roll, and you can even test. This game is not really easy to come around frame data, so if you set one guard jump, you can always figure out like what options. Let me see. You got it. Okay. You can always see what options are safe and what are not. So like, let's say I do a CD. See, he like jumps further. He jumps first. So that's possibly -1 or 2. Now if I jump in, I'm first. So that shows like I can get a 2B before he jumps. So yeah, those are the key options, and you can, you know, catch them before they jump out. Jump CDs, these are your best safe option, which is why a lot of people use it in the corner. So like a lot of times you'll fight someone and they're doing something like that. See, the 2B may be safe or not, but Hein can counter. So like if you recognize this, you can easily just jab me out of that. So that's why like short hops are good for catching people jumping out of the air, you know, dash up makes pressure. So all right, so anyway, let's get back to the guard cancel situation. So let's see, because CD is blowback is more or less just, I don't feel like dealing with this right now, but personally to me, if you're in the pressure mindset, practice against the character and the character you're using and the options for rolling back or rolling forward, and seeing what options are better for you. So perfect example, what tests Hein's chop, right? Sorry. Okay. This move is actually hard to punish because it's extremely fast. So like most Hein players, if they're away from you, they just spam this move a ton. Especially the other version because it covers more ground. And you can't punish it because look how far he is. No matter what you do, you're not punishing that move. And he's just gonna throw out another one, or he's gonna do that neck move just to counter poke your option, right? So see over here, I have no option here, but see, and I can get away, but it's showing that he does not leave himself open. So more or less, you just block, and you can put him in a situation when you run up, which is hard. Most Hein players will react to that. Or you can just blow back, and you'll be able to move before he does. That's your decision to make. Hein players are gonna abuse that, so wasting meter on CD isn't really good. Just kind of react, I guess. Because as you see here, no matter where you roll, you are not at advantage of countering this man. Now, here's where things get interesting. If he does the second version, which is a little better for combos, and the situation comes up, you have to count right there. And I believe Kyo can do his, what is it, his elbow move? Is it down back kick? Yeah, that move, okay. So, see, it doesn't catch him, but see right there? And then like, if you roll, he's got to tilt that DP. So if he's doing it, roll backwards, not forward. As you can see, he can still block that. And I'm pretty sure for Kyo that's not safe. I don't know for sure though. But see, like, if he does it, use your heavy DP because it has a farther hitbox. So you'll punish him for throwing that button out, so they'll go back to spamming the regular light attack. And I think the EX one, let me see. Oh, sorry about that. Pop my own Neomax there. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so. Damn it. And he set him to block. See? And it shows how fast that one can be too. So let's see what options we have against that one. Yeah, see, that move, the EX one, is harder to roll because yeah, see, you can almost not do it. So if he does that, you just have to prepare and you have to just try to look for options to counter poke him. But for those throwing out the medium to light version, see what roll options you can do, because most likely they're just gonna use, oh, sorry about that again. They're just gonna use the light version most of the time. So, and if you're in range to avoid it, you can like counter poke him. Let me see. Let's see. See right there? And he can block. And now I can throw him. He's got to react to that throw. So, alright, so that's a little bit on the situation with Hein. Now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to grab King.